Money. Money, money, money. Meghan Markle uses the royal break, the 6-week leave of absence, for a private Sussex charity launch and to raise tens of millions of dollars. So it looks like Meghan has not been idle at all. There's also, the headlines are also saying that Harry's involved. I don't see Harry involved, but we can check. I see Harry somewhere else. I see Harry in intense counseling, trying to put his life back together, trying to sort things out, as Dickie Arbiter said. So how inappropriate to be hustling full-time during this 6-week break. Just unstoppable. Whatever Meghan wants, Meghan takes. So is Meghan in full work mode? Let's just take a look at 6 cards. Is Meghan in full work mode? Is she hustling full-time? Let's just take a look at this. Cross, veil, magi, handcuffs, scapegoat. Oh boy. The center is concerning. 10 hearts on the bottom. Executioner. So is Meghan in full work mode? And I would remind you that from day one, practically, this is what Meghan stated that she wanted. Meghan wanted a private Sussex charity not associated with the royal family. Not directly associated with the royal family. She wanted to be completely independent. And that is exactly what she's doing now. And it was no. And then she wanted her social media. No. And then she got social media. And now she's doing the private charity. So what do we have here? Is Meghan in full-on work mode? Cross handcuffs. This is what she was committed to in the beginning. Cross, permanent. This was her commitment from the very beginning. Here in the end, we have Magi and Star of Bethlehem. She's been manifesting this. This is the direction she's manifesting. We have 777. This is what she's been secretly working on from the beginning. Sevens never exhaust. They renew forever. So from the beginning until now and going forward, this is what she's been working on from the beginning. She wants to be independently wealthy. She doesn't want her wealth to be attached directly to the royal family, which is impossible because everything she has is from the royal family, literally. In the center, look at how concerning these are. Veil and scapegoat. Either she has been secretly cast out of the royal family already and we don't know it. Okay, because first Charles removed Harry and Meghan from his website. He cut them off, and the Queen hasn't picked them up. Okay, so we're not sure where their funding is coming from. Okay, they were supposed to be given offices in Buckingham Palace, which means they would be under the aegis of the Queen. So, but all of this has not been announced, and it may be that Meghan is already out. Okay, that's what this is suggesting. And these 2 bottom cards, we get the Executioner and the Cup Overflowing. Very emotional, the most emotional card, and the Executioner just does it, just really has a plan. The Executioner is very organized, has a plan, and really executes that plan. And that's what I see Meghan doing. Meghan is really after it. Let's check. Is Harry involved? Because I saw Harry somewhere else. Did he join her? Is he involved? Is he on board? That's the main question. Or is he being bulldozed? What Meghan wants, Meghan gets, Meghan takes it. Okay, you can't stop her. And I've had a relationship like this with a woman, and I've met both men and women like this. And I think Meghan is a classic narcissist. You just can't stop them. They do whatever the heck they want, and it always harms you and the people around them and only benefits them. So is Harry on board, or is he just like, I just can't stop her from doing anything? Even if it kills me, I just can't stop her. Is he on board, or is he being bulldozed? Let's just see what the cards want to tell us. Angel, straight razor, man, well there's the man. Is Harry on board, or is he being bulldozed with this latest? We're going to set up our own Sussex Royal charity, completely separate. And this 6 weeks, this leave of absences break, this sabbatical, where we're supposed to be resting and counting our breaths and, journaling. We're just going to hustle the whole time. Is he on board? Angel, this is maybe Archie, the baby. This is family, man, deeply rooted, cut. Cut. So there's a separation. The straight razor cuts. Okay, he's not on board, but he's part of it. He's not resisting either. He's not on board. Okay, these are decisions just made without him. The executioner doesn't need to consult anybody, and she doesn't. This is being done without his approval or input, which is why all of the staff quit around Meghan. I mean, there's just been a small army of people who have quit. People with 17 years in the palace, people who made their careers at the palace. The helicopter pilot was there for, I think, more than 20 years, and he gets one taste of Meghan, and he quits. Like, wow. Threw his whole career away because Meghan is so hard to deal with. Meghan doesn't listen to anybody. She doesn't take anybody's advice. How is Hollywood receiving Meghan? Okay, she's in full networking. Okay, she's out there drumming up, okay, according to the mainstream media, tens of millions of dollars. Okay, she's in Hollywood. Where is she going to get this money? Hollywood celebrities. Okay, so how is Hollywood receiving Meghan? Okay, because recently we have seen the celebrities kind of backing away from Meghan. And who's still defending Meghan? Well, we've got the 72 British MPs. We've got Hillary Clinton. So political people. And we've got Ocasio-Cortez came out and made a statement for Meghan. So 3 political people. And then we have that guy from the church who allegedly baptized Archie and who married Meghan and Harry, the Archbishop of Canterbury. So he's making some hyperbolic, ridiculous statements based entirely on his feelings. So how is Hollywood receiving Meghan? She's in full network mode. Are they like, yeah, I totally want to give to that and I want to be associated with you, Meghan? Or, wow, I've never seen anybody have so many problems. I'm not sure I really want to be associated with this, say the Hollywood people. Oh boy, look at that no. Oh dear. Because her claim to fame is being a royal. And it's not going very well with this royal thing because they keep, how are you feeling, Meghan? They just keep talking about their feelings and how they're victims. You're too wealthy, you're too privileged, you have too many people around you to claim victim status. It's just not working. Okay, so how is the networking going? Hamster wheel, getting up and working really, really hard about it. The hamster wheel is the ultimate work card. Systematically going after it, step by step by step, really working hard, and a lot of doors being closed in her face. 19 and 5, 24, 6 spades. She's now got a bad reputation and in Hollywood, and a lot of doors are being closed in her face. It's not going very well. Crickets, coffin, and butterfly. This very publicly doing this, she's getting a lot of crickets. She's not getting an overwhelmingly positive response. She's getting crickets and doors closed in her face. Interesting. I think the narrative on this is going to change because the mainstream has come out. Meghan is raising Meghan. They're saying Meghan and Harry. This was done without, Harry's not like, yeah, let's do this. He's like, I just can't stop her. The straight razor. I just can't stop her. I'm part of this family with Meghan, but I can't stop her. There's just nothing I can do. She doesn't listen to anybody. She doesn't listen to me, that's for sure, says Harry. So I think the narrative is going to change about raising tens of millions and opening their own charity. They may still open their own charity, but it's not going very well. This hustle, and being very public, this is a great hustle card and systematic. It's not going very well. They're not raising a lot of money. All right, so I see a lot of classic narcissistic behavior in Meghan. And the question I want to ask is Meghan discarding Harry? Okay, because what a narcissist will do is they get a hold of their victim, and that's the right word, victim. And they love bomb the victim, and they just absolutely worship the victim. And that victim was Harry, and she followed him places where he went. She made sure she was there, and then she, wowed him with great sexual experiences, whatever he wants. So after the love bombing phase, once the victim is hooked, then they begin discarding the victim. And nothing they do is right. Okay, and they're just systematically destroying the victim. Well, right now, I see Harry in heavy-duty counseling, putting himself back together. Well, what that says to me is that Meghan has been on him and down on him and just ripping him apart, discarding him. Okay, and if you look at Meghan's life, Meghan has literally discarded everyone. She's discarded every single Markle, including her father, who raised her and paid for her college. She grew up in his house, and he's been nothing but loving to her. Okay, she even discarded her father. All of the Markles. You don't see any of the Raglan side either. You only see Doria. All of these people have been discarded. Now Meghan is having trouble with Will and Kate. She's having trouble with the Queen and Philip. She's having trouble with everybody. And Charles and Camilla. Okay, Charles is very upset at Meghan. This is discarding. She love bombs. A narcissist will love bomb the person and then start systematically destroying that relationship. And that's what I see Meghan doing. And I searched Meghan Markle narcissist, and wow, I got a lot of hits. So, is Meghan discarding Harry? Is she in the full-on discard phase with Harry? And that's why we're seeing him just fall apart. Okay, and these crazy SJW things coming out of Harry's mouth, that's him trying to win back Meghan. Okay, he's not acting like himself, and everything he does is wrong, so he's saying things that are completely out of character for him, and the public hates it. So is Meghan in the full-on discard phase is she full-on discarding Harry at this point? Or she has enough sense and she's not a pure narcissist because people are a mix. Okay. Is Meghan full on discarding Harry at this point? Because he seems to be in crisis. 29, 8 hearts, water into wine. 8 hearts, 8 hearts. Eights are everything and renewal. Mercury, Mother Earth, Mercury, and renewal. Doubled renewal and diamond ring. No, she's not discarding Harry. She really wants to keep the marriage. She really wants to keep the marriage with Harry. And she feels that's very important, and she's communicating this, and she wants to renew. So I think she's back into the love bombing stage. Okay, everything he does is right. Now I think for quite a while everything he was doing was wrong, and that's why he was speaking so strangely. All this SJW stuff. That's why I think such strange things were coming out of his mouth. Because he was trying to please Meghan, which is not unusual. A husband wants to please their wife, a wife wants to please their husband. That's not a bad thing. Now, a real narcissist will always be lining up the next victim. Has Meghan attached to another victim? Is she grooming another victim at this point? Or we're just not there? Okay, because I'm glad to see that she's actually very committed to this relationship. That's the only way she's going to get. She needs to be committed to the entire royal family, not just Harry. But first Harry, and then the royal family. So is Meghan currently grooming another victim, to replace Harry? Heart, because that's typically yes. Oh my. Yeah. Because, and I'm just kind of exploring this narcissist stuff because a lot has been said about narcissism and Meghan. So and a classic narcissist is always preparing or grooming their next victim. Is Meghan actively grooming her next victim to replace Harry? She can discard him and go with the next victim. Yes. She is actively grooming her next victim. Okay. And setting up very solidly, establishing it through love bombing. Yeah. And that's 10 and 10, 25 spades, because eventually she's going to reject Harry. She's going to discard him and get rid of him and move on to the next victim. Okay. High Tower, officially, this is divorce. She's, in the case of divorce, she's always a classic narcissist. Okay, and I'm not saying that Meghan is, but if she were, is always preparing the next victim, always grooming the next victim, or even grooming several victims to move to immediately monkey branch or jump to that next victim. That's how a narcissist will act. So is Meghan doing this? Is she grooming her next victim or victims? Yes, absolutely. She is preparing a place for herself to jump to. Okay, in case of divorce, High Tower and Broken Chalice. The Broken Chalice is the relationship breaks down and official action, divorce, and this is 11, 3 clubs. When that action takes place, she's got everything set up. Okay, so I do see Meghan as very much of a classic narcissist. Okay, because we always see Meghan always working to prepare her next endeavor. She's always feathering her nest. She's always gathering resources to keep for herself and no one else, and she's always preparing her next move. Okay, and so it makes sense that in relationship, the most important thing, because everything Meghan has gotten in her life, she gets through relationship, through networking and relationship. It's interesting that the Hollywood relationships are going so poorly because these people are savvy. People in Hollywood, they know that they get stuff through working with people, and they're just seeing how badly it's going for Meghan. And interestingly, politicians are the ones defending Meghan, and their whole life is relationship and political, you know, doing this and doing that and getting people to go with you, and it's all that too. And they're not sharp enough to see what's really going on. So the Hollywood people are actually showing as sharper than the politicians at this point in time. But the politicians may just be an untapped resource that Meghan is just starting to tap. Okay, and so they're just not onto what's really going on yet. Is Meghan in full on work mode? Yeah, she's been doing this all along. All these sevens, this is dominated by sevens. Nothing has ever changed. From the beginning, this is what Meghan was doing. She's setting up her own charity. She's going completely on her own. This is the way to take the most money and to be the most powerful and to make sure that she is wealthy, wealthy, wealthy for as long as she lives, with or without the royal family, with or without Harry. And so when she discards the royal family, it doesn't matter. When she discards Harry, she's still going to proclaim everywhere that she's the HRH and this is a royal charity, and she's taking it off on its own. So that's what she's been doing the whole time, and she's manifesting this direction. She's really working it tirelessly. There's no rest here. Okay, and it's based, again, her motivations are always based on extreme emotion. She comes at you very emotionally, and that's what motivates her. She's motivated not by rationality. She's motivated by emotion, and she motivates others by emotion. I find that very interesting. And she's very concerned. She may already have been, kicked out of the palace. She's not allowed on palace grounds without a senior minder. She's not allowed to use the royal jewelry. It appears she's been caught taking photos in the palace to sell later. She's, writing a book. Oh my gosh. And they're trying to put a stop to it. Did they put a stop to it in the 6 weeks? No, it just gets worse. Okay, so is Harry on board? No. But he's committed to the relationship. He's in the deep relationship. So he's in the family, but no, he had no say in it. How's the networking going in Hollywood? Because I've seen the Hollywood people drawing away from her. She's getting crickets. She's really working hard at it. She's got a whole plan, but the relationships are already soured there, and she's getting a lot of doors shut in her face. She is not an attractive commodity at this point. She is not appearing to be a person that people, when she came on the scene, she was the diversity duchess. People were very excited. She was the new Obama in the royal household. Let's give her that award, the World Peace Award or whatever that is. But now that's changed. It's changed. It's not going well with the Hollywood people. It's not going well with the Hollywood people. So this narrative is going to change, and it's going to be interesting to see how that changes in the future. Is Meghan actively discarding Harry? Because I have seen her very much, really torturing this poor man, and I feel he's completely broken down at this point. No, she is not discarding him. She is renewing. She's renewing everything. She's cycled back into the love bombing phase where everything he does. Is that a booger in your nose, Harry? Oh, let me pick it. I love boogers. She's love bombing him. Everything he does is right. Everything he does is absolutely wonderful. She's hooking him back in. Okay, is Meghan grooming the next victim? Because a real narcissist is always grooming the next victim. Absolutely. This is absolutely yes. She is grooming, she is setting up the next, where she's going to jump to in case of divorce. So she's always looking ahead. Meghan is always looking ahead. She's always ready for the next step, and she's going to be okay. And my concern is that Harry's may be ruined by this. That's my concern. That's your royalty today. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. There's other merch from Teespring in the description, like mugs and shirts and sweatshirts. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and ding the bell.